Teacher at Locklina. Right now, I'm going to be walking you through how to make a self-portrait or self-portrait avatar mashup. That's like a picture of me plus maybe a cartoon character or an animal. And I'm actually going to be using Adobe Sketch for this version. If you have Adobe Fresco, that's also great. If you have another photo editing app such as Procreate, you can also use that. The layers are kind of generally the same, so it'll make sense to you no matter what you're using. So I started with a fresh sheet, and I'm just using this kind of regular line maker. You don't need to use any of these fancy brushes for this portion, and I actually made sure that I started with a new layer. So I have a background and I have a sketch layer. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press this plus button, and I want to say I want to make an image layer. I'm going to go ahead and import an image. I'm going to say on my iPad because I'm doing this all on my iPad. I want to make sure that I'm using that. So then I'm going to press it and I'm going to say, okay, this was the photo that I chose, and I made sure that I chose a photo where I was looking kind of straight on. That's going to be easiest to do for this project. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on the image layer here, and it's going to show this menu. I'm going to bring the opacity down. Opacity means how see-through an image is. So if something's opaque, you cannot see through it all. It's 100%. We're going to make ours, I don't know, somewhere in the middle there. 28-ish. I can still see what's going on, but I can definitely see through the image, right? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer. So press this plus button and I said add an image layer. And for this version, I'm actually going to be combining myself and SpongeBob. So I'm going to go ahead and click SpongeBob. And I'm going to make SpongeBob's face more or less as big as mine. So you can drag to make it bigger or smaller with this transform function. And that seems, I don't know, appropriate. I'm also going to drag the opacity down for SpongeBob, okay? So I want to make sure that I can see through that as well. And there we go, 18%. You can do 20, you can do whatever. So there I am. So now on the side, you'll notice that I have a background, I have a sketch layer where nothing's going on so far, and I have two image layers where both of my pictures are very see-through. The next thing I'm going to do is kind of decide what parts of SpongeBob I want to make SpongeBob and what parts of me I want to draw. So I'm in a sketch layer, I'm in a new sketch layer up here, and I'm going through and I'm kind of combining things from SpongeBob, and then I put my nose in there and I made my mouth, but I tried to make SpongeBob's teeth. They didn't really line up, but I put them in there anyway. And I decided I didn't want to see SpongeBob anymore, and so I clicked on that image layer and I brought the opacity all the way to 0, meaning that it's totally see-through. The other thing you can do is hide the layer, and that would be this eyeball button, and then a slash will go through it and you won't be able to see the layer. But I just brought the opacity all the way down. So now I decided that I was going to draw all over myself, right? I did my neck, my shoulders, ears, earrings, hair, all the things that I wanted to include. And then I decided that I would bring the opacity of SpongeBob back up. Oh, not quite. I was moving it around. Here we go. There it is. Bam. SpongeBob coming back. And then I decided to hide that layer once I drew all of my SpongeBob things. And I actually brought down the opacity of my layer all the way down, 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 down. So now I just have this really wonky drawing of me and SpongeBob kind of put together, but there's lines going everywhere. This is the part where you get to clean stuff up. And what I used was the eraser tool, and I erased all of the parts from me that I did not want to include, and all of the parts of SpongeBob that I did not want to include. So now I have kind of a combo. I need to go up here and clean up my hair once more. And the SpongeBob outfit wasn't really going for me, so I decided to make myself a dress. I had to move the earrings around a little bit, but you get the picture. So this is a version where I am getting smashed into SpongeBob. If you wanted, you could only go to kind of this section, draw over yourself, get rid of the photo, and then color yourself in. It'd be a really nice drawing. Wouldn't be quite as scary as one of these. But if an avatar is up your alley, then go for it. Remember, in this app, it is very easy to make layers where you can add color underneath. So if I wanted to color myself in, I could do that very, very easily. All right. I hope that this has been informative, and I hope that you make a really cool, maybe really goofy profile picture or avatar to use for Zoom. Thanks so much for listening. See you later.